Folks, it's happening. It is happening. The thing that everybody knew was going to start happening has started happening. In the last few days, we have seen Elise Stefanik, who just a couple years ago was like a rising star in the Republican Party. Hell, earlier this year, she was still a rising star in the Republican Party. And now she says she's done. She's not just done in the House, she's done with politics. She's getting out completely. At the young age of 41 years old, she says, I can't take it anymore. So Elise Stefanik is quitting. Now, she had already planned to leave the House of Representatives. She was, of course, going to run for governor in the state of New York, but she dropped out of the governor's race after she got a Republican challenger for the primary. You know, didn't want to have to run against a person. That's difficult. And she says, I'm also just not going to keep serving in the House after my term ends at the end of 2026. So Elise Stefanik is going to be an ancient memory. But I do think her statement is funny. Here's what she says. My gut tells me this is not the right political time. This is not the right sort of array of things lining up, which is so difficult in New York, which is just incredibly difficult in a picture-perfect year, let alone with a primary and everything else. Let me rephrase that. Elise Stefanik wants it handed to her. She doesn't want to have to rush. She wants to have a campaign. Ugh! My God, that sounds exhausting. And now that I've got a Republican primary challenger, what? No, I'm not going to do that. I just want to be the nominee, and then that's fine. But she didn't get that, and she doesn't want to put in the work. So if Elise Stefanik ever runs for political office anywhere else ever again, everybody needs to remember she doesn't want to work. She runs away when things get slightly more difficult. So, bye forever, Elise Stefanik. I hope I never have to talk about you again after you leave office. Stefanik is not the only Republican quitting. A day before Stefanik announced that she was leaving, so too did Republican Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming. Lummis announced that she will not be seeking re-election. She is leaving at the end of her term. And Lummis, I will say, 71 years old, she was like, look, I'm old. I'm exhausted. I can't do this anymore, so I'm getting out. Before you leave, Senator Lummis, could you please go talk to all of the other elderly hangers-on and tell them how to say what you said, okay? These people in their friggin' 80s that refuse to hang on even though they're clearly dying in front of us. Write a speech for them that says the same thing. Here's what Lummis said. Deciding not to run for re-election does represent a change of heart for me, but in the difficult, exhausting session weeks this fall, I've come to accept that I do not have 6 more years in me. I'm a devout legislator, but I feel like a sprinter in a marathon. The energy required doesn't match up. That may be one of the most admirable things I have ever seen a Republican say. And for the record, Lummis was a bit of a moderate, still hard right, but also kind of not on some issues. But that is admirable. Like, that's good. But I also have to factor in, like, yeah, you guys are going to get embarrassed as a political party this coming November, and the rats are jumping ship. Marjorie Taylor Greene already ducked out. A couple other Republican lawmakers already announced they're also not seeking re-election. Things are bad for the Republican Party and getting worse by the week. And I'm just sitting here loving every second of it. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.